So, for example, I might recognize that, you, Evan, when you're trying to learn French in Duolingo, have some specific preferences in terms of how you like to do it. You like very hard tasks that you get to repeat over time. Someone else has likes very easy tasks that they get to quickly knock off. So I can structure basically not just the AI, but also the kind of specific tasks that I'm putting in front of you as a user that optimize for your specific preferences. Then I might recognize that, okay, you're, very advanced and you tend to ask very complex questions. So I'm going to use a much more powerful model for you. Someone else might just want really
Mm,
quick responses and want something very basic. And so I'm going to do a smaller model for them. Also, then you start to get into even demographic and geographic differences. So, for example, people in different regions may have different preferences in terms of the types of responses. People in different countries want a longer response, some people want a shorter response. There's a lot of those little things that add up to making it feel very personalized. And so when you start to pair those changes in the actual features in the UI with the AI backend, you get kind of a large matrix of things that you kind of test for different user groups. And you can almost imagine a matrix of different user groups, different features, and the optimal one for kind of each user group. And that's basically what you're trying to discover over time. And so you just need to kind of run lots of tests. And then you might also recognize, okay, this user group's actually pretty similar to this user group. And our tests have been very positive there. So we're going to also push those changes to this other one. And as a user, though, generally what we see is there's and some great quotes from our customers like Wishroll and Nanobit, where the crazy thing is that people spend a lot more time when they feel like something cares about them and when it sees them. And what all of this really adds up to is the fact that different users are getting something that feels personal to them. Not necessarily like, hey, Evan, this is all made for you, but it just feels much more familiar than in another app. And so what we're generally seeing is companies that are kind of adopting AI in a more effective, more personalized way are seeing huge increases in retention and engagement and time spent. That's, I think, one of the most interesting kind of factors that we've seen over time is personalization has a lot of different facets to it.